Removing duplicate values is one of the most common challenges in Excel. In this video, we are going to learn 5 ways to remove duplicate values and explain which situation is best for each method. By the end of this video, you will know which method is suitable for your specific needs. But enough talking, let's get started. We have a list of employees with their IDs. We just got informed that there is a duplicate value in the list and we must remove it. The ID is a great category to check for duplicates because IDs are supposed to be unique for each employee. Some employees can have the same gender or even the same first name, but they can never have the same ID. The most obvious way to remove duplicates is by using the built-in command button in Excel. First, we click on any cell inside the range, then we go to the Data tab and select Remove Duplicates. A window will open where we can choose the columns to check for duplicates. Since the ID is the only value that is 100% unique for all employees, we unselect all columns and select only the ID column. Excel informs us that it found one duplicate value which has been removed. The remaining values are unique. This method is fast and simple. However, it has the drawback of not showing us the value that was removed. The next method allows us to view and check the duplicate value before we delete it. With conditional formatting, we can highlight the duplicate values and then manually remove them. First, we select only the ID column, then we go to Conditional Formatting, highlight Cells Rules, and Duplicate Values. It offers some predefined formats, but we can create our own style from this option. Let's add a red field to the cells and a white bold font. Okay, as we can see, this employee appears twice in the list. To manually remove the duplicate, we select these cells, press Ctrl and minus, and then choose Shift Cells Up. This method is also simple and it offers better visibility. However, if we have a large amount of data, for example thousands of rows with numerous duplicates, it can be time-consuming. However, we can combine both methods. First, use conditional formatting to highlight the duplicate values for review, and then use the Remove Duplicates command to let Excel remove them. Excel's unique function is a special way to achieve our goal of removing duplicates. The purpose of this function is to take an array and return only unique items. Let's try it. We start by typing an equal sign and then the word unique. After that, we select the range. The other arguments are optional and we don't need them now. As you notice, even though we entered the formula only in one cell, it returned a range of cells. This happens because unique belongs to the array functions. You can also see this from the blue outline around the returned values. The second table has removed the duplicate ID, so it has one row less. This method offers the advantage of not affecting our initial data, so we can compare them side by side. Additionally, in case of an error, we still have our original data to start over. However, to store the results, we need to copy them as values because the unique function only displays them and we cannot use them for calculations. With the fourth method, we can filter data by removing duplicates. To achieve this, we go to Data, and in the Sort and Filter section, we click Advanced. A window opens where we select the range. We can either filter the list in place or copy the range to another location and then filter. Let's copy it. Next, we select the location where it will be copied. It is very important to tick the box Unique Records Only in order to remove duplicate values and keep only the unique ones. OK, it's ready. As you can see, the original data remains untouched, just like with the unique function previously. The new list has one row less, indicating that the duplicate row has been removed. This method, however, is not the best for beginners as it may seem confusing. And now let's move to the final method. Here, we will be creative and use Excel functions to identify duplicate values. We'll use the COUNTDIF function. It will tell us how many times a specific ID appears in the list. If it shows up 2 or more times, we have a duplicate. Let's type the function. In the range argument, we need the full range in which we will search for each specific ID. We press F4 to lock it, since the range is static. In the criteria argument, we add the specific ID for the line we are checking. We want to lock it since the ID we are searching for changes in each line. We double-click the lower right corner of the cell to apply the formula until the last line with data. As you can see, it works. It shows that this ID appears 2 times in the list. To make our task easier, we can use conditional formatting again. This time, we will highlight cells with values greater than 1, indicating duplicate IDs. We go to Conditional Formatting, highlight cells rules, greater than, then we insert 1 and set the cell color to red. Now it's easier to see the duplicates. This method offers more flexibility since we can adjust it to our needs. For example, we can create a rule for when an ID appears more than 2 times. Let's test it by creating 3 copies of a specific employee. Now we create a new rule from Conditional Formatting, highlight cells rules, greater than 2, and set a different cell format. Let's make it black with white bold font and check the result. Ready! Finally, we can remove these rules and add the rule for color scales, so the cell color changes dynamically based on each number. Although this method is more advanced, it offers flexibility. We can distinguish between duplicate values and values that appear 3 or more times. However, like in the second method, it doesn't remove the duplicates automatically. It just provides visual indication. As we saw, conditional formatting played a crucial role not only in the second method, but also in this last example by providing clear visual clues. And this is its strength. However, conditional formatting can be useful in so many other situations. To master this powerful tool, make sure to check this detailed tutorial that appeared on the screen.